If you love Romantasy, where love and magic are woven from the same thread, subscribe for more enchanted tales like this one. Today's story is told in soft painterly light, a fairy tale world quietly holding a very grown-up kind of love. Elian had always believed that truth lived just beneath the surface of things, waiting for someone patient enough to draw it out. It was, after all, the strange gift to her hands when she sketched a place exactly as it was. Every illusion covering it fell quietly away. But she never expected the gift to fall in love. It began on an autumn morning thick with mist, when she wandered off the known paths of moonwood forest in search of something she could not name. What she found instead was a stag with fur like brushed, standing beneath a canopy of moss-draped oaks, wild white daisies, and its crystal antlers catching light that shouldn't have existed under such a cloudy sky. His eyes held a sorrow too old, too human for any creature of the wild. He did not run, he only watched her as though he had been waiting. So she opened her sketchbook and she drew. With each line, the forest seemed to lean closer. When she shaded in his eyes, the wind stilled entirely. And when her pencil closed the final curve around his heart, the stag let out a cry that was not animal at all, and for one trembling heartbeat, he became a man. Hair like fire falling past his shoulders, eyes the exact amber she had just drawn from memory into being. Suddenly, everything changed, and the stag returned, and the clearing fell silent as though nothing had happened. But something did. A guardian emerged from the leaves and vines, her hair woven with living ivy, a soft green light glowing between her hands, her voice carrying the weight of centuries. She told Elian of Prince Caelan, who 500 years before had sealed an ancient darkness inside himself and could not contain it by becoming something the world would forget. A stag bound to the forest forever. The kingdom had thrived in his absence. His name had faded from every book, every tongue. Your drawing has undone what history could not, the guardian warned. Each time he is seen for who he truly is, the seal grows weaker. Elian closed her sketchbook, hands trembling, walking. She had not meant to unravel a curse 5 centuries old. But magic, she was learning, never waited for permission. She returned instead, not out of duty, but because some quiet part of her had already chosen him. The stag always found her among the mossy oaks, and their days folded into rhythm too gentle to name. Silence that spoke, glances that lingered, a friendship built from centuries. Beneath a full moon, they took and they talked, and they spent a lifetime unseen. Then beneath the full moon again, the stag became the prince once more. And this time, he stayed, antlers curved into a jeweled crown above fire-bright hair, gold chains catching moonlight against his bare shoulders. "Thank you," Caelan said, his voice rough with centuries of disuse, "for seeing me." "I don't know if I saved you," Elian admitted, her own lavender hair catching the same silver light, "or doomed you instead." "Perhaps," he said, with a sadness that made her chest ache. "It was always meant to be both." The nights that followed were stolen and radiant. He showed her flowers that only opened for moonlight. She mapped valleys no one remembered existed. He told her of watching generations rise and fall from behind a stranger's eyes. She told him of a lifetime spent feeling invisible, even in rooms full of people, to solitudes recognizing each other at last. But every gift has its shadow, far beneath the forest floor. The prison that held the ancient darkness began to crack. Birds fled their nests, and the moon above dimmed to a bruised, uneasy red. And the guardian returned to Elian with a warning shaped into plea. "You must stop coming back." "But I can't." "Do you love him?" "I do." "Then understand, your love may be the very thing that ends everything." "Then understand," which made her feel careless, not in the way fear demanded. Love, she had learned, has never once listened to wisdom. On the last full moon, Caelan remained human longer than he ever had. Neither of them spoke of what that meant. They walked instead to a hill blanket in violet blooms, dusted gold beneath a sky cracked open with stars, and stood together beneath a moon too vast for either of their small, aching hearts. "I had forgotten what hope felt like," he whispered. "You found it again." "I wish it had never drawn you," Elian said, her voice breaking. He shook his head, gathering her hand into his. "Don't. You reminded me there was still a man left beneath the curse." Their first kiss was unhurried, not a desperate reaching, but a quiet arrival, as if two hearts had simply, finally, come home to one another. Golden light spilled around them, even as, far below, another crack split the ancient prison, and a low tremor rolled through the earth like something ancient stirring awake. Dawn came anyway. It always does. "If this is the last sunrise I remember as a man," Caelan said, watching the horizon bleed gold, "I'm glad I spent it beside you." He transformed slowly this time, his crown reshaping into crystalline antlers, fire-bright hair fading into silver fur, and the man dissolving back into the stag that the forest had. Before he vanished into the trees, he turned back once more, and Elaine felt, more than saw, that some part of him remained watching her. She did not erase his portrait. Instead, she opened a fresh page and began a different kind of story, not of roads or rivers, but a hope instead. Because every prison holds a key, and every darkness somewhere carries the seed of its own ending. And perhaps, she thought, closing the book gently, love is very not about rescue at all. It is about witnessing, fully, truly, without flinching. That is the quiet magic worth believing in. That being truly seen by another soul can loosen even the oldest chains, and that some curses only end when someone loves you enough to look closer, not away. The end.
She drew him true, and truth broke free. A prince long lost beneath the tree. Two lonely hearts, one moonlit thread, found in silence what words never said. He gave her hope in amber eyes. She gave him nights beneath the skies. Though dawn returns him to the wild, love once seen is never